Hey guys, welcome back. BDC Gear here. We're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of March 22nd, 2022. The current character challenge is Rebirth Jessica Cruz, which is a 1-week repeat. The required characters for that are Flash, Sinestro, and Superman, who are bronze, and gold respectively if you're looking at the lowest tier to get each of them. Her passive is Lantern's Might, which is each Green Lantern on her team extends her special attack by 1 hit and adds combat effects. Her combo ender has a chance for Kilowog to put the opponent in stasis with his ring. She's got 1,325 attack and the exact same amount of health. She was last available on the 27th of May, 2021.
And one of the things that's not part of her description, but you'll really see when you play her, is that she's an excellent basic damage dealer. And that was more obvious when I think the game did not have Tantu Totem and the game did not rely so much on your special specialist. She's got great high stats. And so what makes her such a great basic damage dealer is that normally light combo is 3 hits plus a combo ender. So 2%, 2%, 2%, 3% of the attack stat.
Yeah.
And the heavy combo is 3 hits of 4% each. So light with combo, light is usually 6%. If you get combo ender, is 9%. Heavy is 12% if you get unblocked.
Yeah.
Her combo ender adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra hits. And the first extra hit is 3%. The last 4 an extra 4%. So instead of getting 9%, you could potentially get 28% of her attack stat as basic damage. And her heavy attack gives you an extra 4th hit at the end that's 4%. So you get 16% instead of 12%. That's spectacular.
Yeah, especially when you have a combo ender ability, that those extra hits are ridiculous.
Right. And the combo ender with the chance for Kilowog to put in stasis is effectively like a stun. So about a 30% chance that you're going to stun on her combo ender makes her a great candidate for Cloak of Destiny or Necron Scythe. You match that up with doing basic damage. She can be spectacular that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so the interesting thing about her passive too, so how she benefits is having, besides the part that we just talked about, which is the Kilowog potentially putting in stun, she benefits from having other Green Lanterns. The weird thing is that she's a Rebirth character.
Yeah.
So she gets no benefit from being with other Rebirth characters. So here's the thing too. So in a world with Tantu Totem, where the special specialist is the most important card on your team, it's really easy and maybe even easier to build a team around her as a special specialist. But her real secret sort of superpower is her basic damage. And because she's Rebirth, this is one of those cases where I think they put a name on it, and I don't think, aside from maybe, I think Wally West, nobody really benefits from being on a Rebirth team. Wally West has more of a chance to jump or to dodge a special. She gets no benefit from it. She's no stronger. She's weaker because she's not with Green Lanterns.
Yeah. It's not like Red Sun where everybody is specifically good with other Red Sun.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of synergy.
Yeah. So she's actually... So I guess a lot of it depends on whether you want to play her on a Green Lantern team where she's more powerful, and then you have weaker Green Lantern teammates, because she's strong enough, right? Like you don't need anything else if you're gonna have an unbalanced team and just have her. And I think the biggest consideration probably has to do with whether your cards are augmented or not. Because the way I'm thinking about it is, if they're not augmented, each individual card is weaker. So then you need to make your overall team better by having the best team that you can put forward.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're all augmented, then potentially it makes more sense to split them up and not worry about putting her on the best team, because she's going to be great on her own.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, it feels like it's a lot like Bonus Battle 6, where when you start off, you put together the best team you can with the best characters you've got, so you can get through Bonus Battle 6 for the first time.
Yeah.
And once you improve them enough, you split them on into 3 teams, because each one of them is good enough. And then you can have that one character carry them So instead of one team, you've got 3 teams now.
Yeah. And especially you can bring other people through to give them XP too at the same time.
Right. So that's 2 complete runs. This is the 40. There's a 43-week cycle of challenge characters that started May 2020. This is the 3rd run. We've had 2 complete ones. This is the 3rd one, and we're the 10th week into this 3rd cycle of it. If the pattern still holds, next week is probably Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and it would also mean that we are still missing 23 challenge characters.
Mm-hmm. This week's multiplayer award is the Soultaker sword, which becomes the Ancient Katana? Or no, does it start out as the Ancient Katana?
Ancient Katana becomes
Soultaker, yeah.
Right.
And it gives you a 30% unblockable chance on basic attacks, 50% life drain chance on special 2, and the evolved ability of 15% damage drain from defeated enemies stacks twice. And obviously these are all those maxed out numbers.
Right.
It was last available on the 19th of August 2021. We've had 2 complete cycles of a 31 reward sequence for the multiplayer rewards, and we are on our 2nd week of the 3rd cycle.
Yeah. So if this pattern holds, next week should be Metahuman Flash. So it's a good piece of legendary gear. The damage drain is, I would say, irreplaceable during the later stages of Survivor when the opponent's stats are so much higher than yours.
Yeah.
And I think it's maybe the most important piece of gear.
Yeah.
If you want to get past those late stages of Survivor. And if you're not using a Survivor, it's good, not that legendary. And if you break it down by just all the abilities, so the unblockable chance is probably the best part when you're not in Survivor. It's the only gear that offers a significant unblockable chance to all characters and not character-specific ones, right? Mm-hmm. So you know how there's character-specific gears that have abilities only for that character? So mutated bone spikes for Doomsday, knife collection for Solomon Grundy, hyperspeed plated suit for Flash. They all give Eskrima sticks for Nightwing. They all give unblockable. Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, you keep remembering new ones.
Yeah, the Hunter Garb. They all give unblockable chance, but only to their signature characters. And you've got a couple massive sharpened teeth that gives 20% unblockable, and custom rifle, which gives 11% unblockable to anybody, but they're much less than that 30%.
Yeah.
So that's good. Life drain chance on special 2, it's only 50%. And you've got other options, right? LexCore, chest plate gives you 100% chance. Mm-hmm. The one ability that makes it so good in Survivor, but is not that great in regular fights, is the damage drain. Because if you think about it, 15% is not a lot. If you knock out both cards that are facing you, you're getting at most a 30% top up in your attack.
Yeah, and you'd have to knock out those cards with the character with the gear specifically.
Right. And so trying to negotiate it like that instead of just picking whoever is best at that moment, I think it impairs, it'll affect your sort of in-game strategy enough that you're putting yourself at risk more than you need to.
Yeah, I think for what it is, it should have been way more than 15. I feel like if it was 20, 25, 30, I think you could go as high as 50% even, given the fact that you need to knock somebody out and still not have it be overpowered.
Right. I mean, if you compare it to basic damage you get a 70% boost in some gears.
Yeah.
But it doesn't give you special boost. And the specials, they boost somewhere around like 18% when it tops out.
Yeah.
So I sort of understand why they do it 15 because it does both. And a lot of other gears don't. But the amount of boosted damage just doesn't seem significant enough to make a difference when you're facing guys that are similar in strength.
And if you have this type of gear, by that point, usually you're not trying to do both. You're trying to specialize.
Right.
Anyways. Yeah, so that both doesn't really provide you that much extra value.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So there we go. In the store, we've got Suicide Squad Harley Quinn for $24.99 Canadian as always. Doesn't unlock in the store. It is a clue to what next week's challenge is, and it includes that 100,000 credits, which is good because sometimes they have these bundles for the exact same price and just don't have the credits for seemingly no reason.
Right.
I can't imagine they've decided exactly how much they're all worth and just said some of these are just worth double the price.
Yeah.
No credits. We also have the Blackest Night Pack 1 for $24.99. That comes with the Martian Manhunter, Hawkgirl, and Batman. So it doesn't come with Doomsday or the Flash.
And the Flash really is the best Blackest Night character out of all of them. I think what they're doing is only giving you the challenge characters in this pack. I think that's a mistake. And it's funny because it looks like the Halloween pack in every way except for the name. Like, it's got the same characters. It's got the Halloween sort of decorations. I would have thought, is there a St. Paddy's Day character? Is there somebody who would go well with green and rainbows and stuff? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. And that's it for the new packs this week.
Yeah, because we've got the Ultimate Bundle Bringers of Justice, which is around for a second week now. The Ultimate Bundle Villains and Monsters, which is around for a second week. We talked about them last week, but, they're expensive. They give you 10 characters and of varying quality.
Yeah.
We also have the Survivor Pack for the 11th week, Character Bundle Batman Universe for its 16th week.
Yeah.
We have the Most Wanted Pack for the 23rd week, and we have the 3 Celebration Packs, Joker, Aquaman, and Shazam, which have been around for 11 weeks if you're Aquaman and 9 for the other 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Our Survivor has shifted. It is now the Suicide Squad gear set, which is, I guess, appropriate because Suicide Squad Harley Quinn is coming in. And Phantom Zone, we still got one more week to go before it disappears again for probably another couple weeks.
Yeah.
And Fight 62 is still broken. Last week's breakthrough was, as expected, Zod, Aquaman, and Shazam. And next week is very likely, this weekend is probably very likely going to be Catwoman, Deathstroke, and Raven if you follow the cycle, which we do. And you can see a complete cycle in the Reddit thread that we've linked in the description in the Injustice subreddit that was started by one of the mods, Devlin16.
Mm-hmm. So there we go. And as we do now, because this isn't the first recap of the month, we're not going to go through all the glitches. Everything's the same. Importantly, we've tested the challenge reset on the new challenge, but there's no sort of extra information that we need to update you on. So if you're interested, you can go back to the first episode of this month to check it out. The one on the 3rd of March, 2022 for a complete rundown.
But we will still link in the description the playlist that is all the tutorials of all the glitches that are potentially working.
Yeah. And that's it. So to finish up, we'd like to give a huge thank you to all the lovely folks who support us on Patreon. That's BomboBen, Consul Peasant, and Edwoon at the top tier Last Word, Sinemac and Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon C., Irvin Ruiz, and Eddydoo, who are supporting us on the credited level, and Chris Wolff, Scarlet, Dani, Awesomegamer 241, Pavu RS, Gavin, Mallott, and Isfar E, the gratitude level. Thanks so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.
Komoda.